If you want to understand what you as a woman actually provide, you need to understand the nature of masculine and feminine energy. So today, because some of you guys were still confused on what women actually provide, I'm going to deep dive deeper with a whole lot of depth. So sit down. So, like I said, first you need to always understand the nature of masculine and feminine energies and how they were always meant to work together. So let's take something big like a country and shrink it down to one home: a mother, a father, and the people they lead. In every truly healthy household, the woman is a CEO, not the assistant, not the afterthought, and not the supporting role. The CEO. She sets the tones, she sets the values, she sets the emotional temperatures. She is the heart, the soul, the intuition, the mission, the moral compass, the visionary. She is the source of the family's emotional world. She is the creator of life. Because a woman's energy becomes the blueprint for how children behave, for how love is expressed, for how conflict is handled, how safety feels, how the entire family regulates, the standard of care, and the emotional culture of the home. Women create the why, women create the direction, women create the vision. And what does the masculine do? He takes that vision, that true north the feminine provides, and turns it into reality. He brings structure, resources, implementation, strategy, protection, and stability. The masculine is the architecture and the feminine is the blueprint. The feminine says, this is the legacy, this is the direction, this is the home we're building. The masculine says, okay, here are the tools, here are the materials, and here are the steps, I'll build it. This is polarity, and this is partnership. This is how families, relationships, and entire civilizations thrive. Ask any therapist. The happy marriages, the ones that last, all of them have this dynamic. A visionary feminine woman and a supportive, structured masculine man that builds the world she envisions. Not because she's controlling, but because the feminine sees beyond the surface. She knows what the family needs emotionally, spiritually, socially, and culturally. She is the nurturer and the North Star. But here's a plot twist. Modern society flipped the roles. Women, the visionaries, the life force, the CEOs, were turned into labor force. Overworked, undersupported, burnt out, disconnected from their feminine intuition, carrying everything, leading from exhaustion instead of inspiration. Meanwhile, men, the builders, the providers, the doers, were told to lead without direction, without emotional intelligence, without connection to the feminine wisdom that grounds the masculine's action. So we ended up with households where women are exhausted, men are confused, kids are dysregulated, relationships feel like business contracts, and nobody feels seen. And then wonder why dating is a disaster. Women are the true north, always have, always will be. Mother Nature. When a woman's in her power, her softness, her intuition, her emotional intelligence, she creates a vision that inspires masculine direction. When a man is in his power, his structure, his protection, his leadership, he provides the foundation that allows her vision to manifest. This is what women actually provide, not just beauty, not just peace, and not just vibes. Women provide direction, intuition, emotional intelligence, moral leadership, stability of the home, cultural values, spiritual grounding, nurturing, and a reason for the masculine to build. And this is why women need to reclaim their power. Not by doing everything, not by carrying masculine burdens, not by being the laborer and the leader, but by remembering. Remember, you set the vision, he provides the structure. You create the emotional home, he builds the physical foundation. You lead with intuition, he leads with action. This is not patriarchy. This is balance, this is polarity, and this is feminine leadership. And what society do we live in? We live in a patriarchal society. If you want to be in your power as a woman, it starts with you reclaiming your feminine identity, your needs, your vision, your worth, and calling the masculines around you to rise to the standard. Whether you're single, partnered, or raising a household alone, the first home you reclaim is yourself. If this awakened something in you and you're ready to step into your feminine vision and let masculine support you, the provider magnet is how you learn how to activate this dynamic effortlessly. And the feminine reset is how you heal the nervous system blocks that stop you from receiving. Your feminine power and your feminine energy is real, and I need you to come home to your power and let's start to rebuild the world in it. I hope this gave you a better, deeper, clearer understanding, and I hope you learned something, and I love you lots, and bye.